The AFL media wars have exploded. Each of the big media companies were waiting in the waters, ready to announce their lineups for the 2025 season. With the games only a couple weeks away, the major players have finally been revealed in full detail. The big storylines include all the Channel 9 talent that departed to the 7 network and the new commentary rivalries that will headline Thursday and Friday nights. We have to start with the commentary teams for Channel 7 and Fox Footy. If you didn't know, Fox Footy will now have their own commentary team and score graphics for every single game. It gives viewers at home the option of multiple TV broadcasting teams. So for Thursday nights, Matt Hill and Mark Howard will be the play-by-play callers and will be joined by Jack Riewoldt. The before, halftime and post-game team will be run by the popular Sarah Jones, who will be accompanied by Jason Dunstall, David King and Lee Montagna. Now most of the Friday night team was already known and includes Anthony Hudson and Jared Waitley as the marquee calling duo. Now they will also be joined by Jason Dunstall and Gary Lyon in the commentary box to give special comments, while Lyon will also host the Friday before, halftime and post-game show alongside Nathan Buckley, Jonathan Brown and Jordan Lewis. The rest of the game slots will be filled by a couple new people. For the entire Super Saturday, where Fox Footy has the rights to all Saturday games, Kath Lachlan, David King and Jack Riewoldt will host the entire day's coverage from Melbourne studios. Some of the network's new expert commentators include Lee Matthews, Adam Simpson, Sean Burgoyne and Tom Hawkins. The new addition to the commentary box is Corbin Middlemess, who joins well-known callers in Lee Montagna, Dwayne Russell, Kelly Underwood and Adam Papalia. The full list of callers and special commentators is here, and it's jam-packed full of ex-coaches, former players and the best play-by-play callers. Fox Footy have certainly splashed the cash in order to beat their free-to-air rivals in Channel 7. So who will Channel 7 have to combat the option for viewers to move to Fox? Well, for Thursday nights, the match callers will be Brian Taylor and Hamish McLaughlin. But the big difference is the others joining them to give analysis and special comments. Big recruits in Kane Corns and Nick Riewoldt will headline the Thursday coverage and will also be joined by Luke Hodge. McLaughlin will host the broadcast alongside Rebecca Madden, and Mitch Cleary will deliver all the breaking news. And by the way, roaming Brian will also be seen on Thursday nights. Now the Friday team is interesting. James Brayshaw and Alistair Nicholson are the chosen commentators to compete with Hudson and Waitley. It's a new pairing and a crucial one to retain viewership. Abby Holmes and Brayshaw will also host the coverage, and the special commentators include Matthew Richardson, Dale Thomas, and quote, special guest appearances from key AFL players, including regular face Scott Pendlebury. It's interesting, Corns will not be on Friday nights with Thomas, and perhaps the feud that has run between the two is a reason why. And the final commentary team is for the Sunday afternoon game. Abby Holmes will host, and Nick Riewoldt, Joel Selwood and Aaron Phillips will give special comments, but the matchday callers are surprisingly not permanent fixtures. There will be a rotation of the network's matchday callers. So there are the teams for each network. Clearly Fox have far more volume, but I've got the feeling the matchday teams were not the biggest concern for the 7 network. The goal of their 2025 is to win the TV battle away from the football ground. How? Well, by loading up with a bunch of brand new football shows during the week. Now first off, Fox Footy have kept it the same in terms of the shows in 2025. Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday will feature AFL 360, and the only difference is Gary Lyon replacing Mark Robinson alongside Jared Waitley. The midweek tackle, which was featured midway through 2024, is set to stay on Tuesdays and Wednesdays after AFL 360, and will have a rotating panel full of the Herald Sun's biggest hitters. And On the Couch will stay on Monday nights, with Jack Riewoldt the new host, filling in for Gary Lyon. After the football is over on Sundays, Bounce will return and First Crack will follow shortly after that. So what have 7 done to compete with Fox and Channel 9, who have previously held the lead for football television outside the actual games? The agenda setters is the big one. Monday and Tuesdays featuring a rotating panel of Craig Hutchison, Caroline Wilson, Kane Cornes, Dale Thomas, Nick Rewalt and Luke Hodge. It's the big addition on Channel 7 that executives will be hoping can gain attention from those AFL 360 and Footy Classified audiences. It is a blatant Footy Classified rip-off, even featuring 3 panel members from the Channel 9 show, but it will no doubt have big opinions and debate, which if done right, will be good television. But the other interesting point with 7 is what they are doing with their marquee man in Kane Cornes. It turns out his own program, called Kane's Call, will air on 7+, not any of the network's main channels. It has a start time of 7 PM Australian Eastern Time and, quote, will be giving viewers the earliest possible take following the close of each round. This seems fine, but if we go over to AFL.com, we see that Cornes will also host a Sunday night show called First Up with Kane Cornes, alongside Sarah Ollie. The show will go live to fans just minutes after the final siren sounds. So how is it possible Cornes could host 2 shows seemingly at the same time? Perhaps the AFL one is a quick 10-minute warm-up before Cornes goes live on 7+. It's an interesting pickup when looking at the AFL's programming, and right now doesn't quite add up. Sticking with AFL.com, they have also added 3 new faces. Former Port Adelaide and Hawthorn forward Chad Wingard will join the team alongside Kate McCarthy and Xander Maguire, son of the very well known Eddie Maguire. Xander Maguire will also feature on Channel 7 and is at a very quick rise up the media ladder. Is there some nepotism at place? Well, clearly, but Maguire has connections to break stories, and that's all these major media networks care about. The final major talking point finishes with 7. Bruce McAvaney will return full-time in 2025. He's not set to commentate, but will work in a hosting capacity, mirroring what he did in the final series in 2024. He is set to host 7 Sunday coverage of the AFL and feature in other marquee time slots. So with the plans for each network now fully laid out, it's time to see where viewers go. We as fans have never had as many options in terms of where to watch games and who to listen to, and there's literally something for everyone as these media wars are just getting started.